And there is Hitler greeting Pavelic here, just after the conquest of Croatia. There's another picture of Ante Pavelic there. Now, who was this guy, Ante Pavelic? He was the leader of an organization known as the Ustashi. He'd been indicted in France for the assassination of King Alexander I of Yugoslavia in 1934. Mussolini had refused to extradite Pavelic from Italy to face justice, so Pavelic had been condemned to death in absentia by the French courts. But when Hitler and Mussolini invaded Yugoslavia, Ante Pavelic was their useful man who they could install as a puppet ruler over Croatia. Now, Pavelic was a dyed-in-the-wool Catholic with an inveterate hatred for all non-Catholics. And Croatia is majority Catholic, Serbia was majority Orthodox, and there were also Muslims in modern-day Bosnia-Herzegovina. So this was a religious powder keg. So on 18th of May 1941, Pope Pius X gave a private audience to Pavelic and his Jesuit colleagues. And here's a picture of the Archbishop of Zagreb, the capital of Croatia, meeting Ante Pavelic in 1941. And Pope Pius X, the Roman Catholic Pope, he was an active supporter of the Nazis. And he issued a letter when Hitler came to power. He issued a letter instructing all of the Catholics of Germany to obey Hitler. And so Hitler's armies were mostly comprised of willing Catholics. And so in Zagreb, you have this alliance between the Roman Catholic Church and Ante Pavelic and his Ustashi regime. And the Ustashi, their primary goal, it seemed, was to massacre all non-Catholics. And they set about this with a brutal energy. The German army, who went in there with them, were appalled at the brutality. Even the Nazi SS, they wrote, the Ustashi have gone raging mad, killing Serbs, Jews, and Roma. Those are the gypsies in that part of the world. The Ustashi established concentration camps. They established torture of the most brutal kinds imaginable. They delighted in causing pain to their Orthodox or Muslim prisoners. Massacres, deportations, forced conversions were implemented, often led by the priests. Here's a report of one of those priests. Priests, invariably Franciscans, took a leading part in the massacres. Many went around routinely armed and performed their murderous acts with zeal. A Father Bozidar Bralov, known for the machine gun that was his constant companion, was accused of performing a dance around the bodies of 180 massacred Serbs at Alipasin Most. Most means bridge. Individual Franciscans killed, set fire to homes, sacked villages, and laid waste the Bosnian countryside at the head of Ustashi bands. In September of 41, an Italian reporter wrote of a Franciscan he had witnessed south of Banja Luka urging on a band of Ustashi with his crucifix. And so when you read the story of the Ustashi regime, it wasn't so much Hitler trying to kill the Jews, it was the Ustashi regime with the full cooperation of the Papacy eliminating all non-Catholics in that part of the world. And it was genocide against non-Catholics, Serbian Orthodox and Bosnian Muslims, and anybody else they could get their hands on who was not a Catholic. And this was actively supported by the Catholic Church,